future. The innovative mindset thrives with
A quotient of knowledge and learning.
a splash of creativity.
And an awakening of emotional intelligence.
Here at Winn, we've been working with some inspiring businesses
who've been setting us challenges.
And you might like to try them too.
Would you like to
Generate and recognise ideas and alternatives.
think differently when problem solving,
Inviting you to be open.
communicating with authenticity?
And manifesting what you wish.
A world full of strong, positive innovators. So we're back for our next Win Show challenge. So I'm just going to hit the button and go on this one and see what we're doing this time.
So I'm just about to watch the art challenge briefing from Emily. I'm really excited for this week. I love being creative and I can't wait to see what she's got in store for us.
Hi, I'm Emily from Artist Clubhouse. I am here to make you do some arty things to help with your mental health. Not saying that you need it, but you might. So let's get going.
The tasks.
Okay, interesting. I'm no artist whatsoever, so a pretty mess I think is achievable. I can do that. I did some pottery recently, which was fun, so I can really see how you can just invest your mind and time into that, and I guess that's exactly the same for art as well. Just don't expect a masterpiece.
Oh wow, what a challenge. It's, well, mixed emotions, actually. First one, it's going to be a busy week with every day and a different challenge, but also very interesting.
So I've just watched the briefing and I am incredibly excited to get started.
Okay, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, get some creativity on the go, and it's a full week, so trying to remember which bits to do on which days and all that sort of stuff will be interesting. Yeah, let's give it a go and get a bit silly.
That's brilliant. Wow, a week of trying to be creative.
Day one, let's get started with some photography. I want you to go for a walk. It can be around where you live, it can be out in the countryside, it can be in a city or town, and I want you to take around 10 photos of things you like the look of. It could be something with a pattern in, it could be a building, it could be a person, it could be absolutely anything, but just capture those pictures for inspiration for the rest of the week. Go.
Day one.
So it's been a couple of days and we've started our art challenge. So started off by heading out and taking some pictures. Some flowers there, some bits around the house actually, and one of my chickens. Captive audience, why not?
How'd you get on? Did you enjoy it? Where'd you go?
I went down the canal.
Nice.
Yeah, I walked down, sort of down Dig This Way and down all there. I quite like down by the canal, and there's quite nice beauty and not beautiful, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can get some really nice,
Like industrially
yes,
with...
yeah. So
Yeah,
got
I
a
like
few
it down
different
there.
ones. And some ducks, which is always good.
Always good.
I did go outside and took some pictures of clouds because I really like clouds. So I took some pictures of those and some green things, and then sort of realised, because I'd listened to your brief and thought that's amazing, and I'd listened to what we were needing to do the rest of the week, I thought I'm going to get some colour and texture here, and everything's green and blue. So then I went round the home as well and got some close-up textures and different things from around the home.
So you were smart and pre-prepared.
Yeah, I thought might need those, so that's what I did.
Yeah, because I'm an Instagrammer, I have hundreds of pictures anyway, so I went through my camera roll.
That's just lazy.
I mean, I had gone on a walk, not the Sunday before we started this challenge, to Whitley Court anyway, so I had a lot of pictures from there. So I used a lot of those ones and ones that I had got from walking around previously. So I had been out, but I just took them from the selection I already had.
I still feel like that's cheating.
I wish I'd have thought of that.
Yeah, only being called out, but what a great idea.
So yeah, I got some garden shots, and I did the same as you, and thought I'd get some home shots as well, just in
So
case.
another one that didn't. The whole point was to go on a walk, guys.
I walked in the
A
garden.
mindful walk. All right, I'll let you off.
Thank
It
you.
was short notice.
I went for a walk.
Well done.
It was my a usual walk, routine, say, the countryside, and I took a picture of so it was like a final place when I usually walk to, and then I come back, and this is one of the pictures, and the showing Newnham way. Not sure how to say this in English, I'm sorry. It's like a landmark. Landmark. And another picture was the spontaneous decision, and it was just from my office. I just look at the windowsill, and I have this kind of, is it barometer? I don't know, with little in water, colourful little.
Oh, cool.
It's really pretty, and I just looked through the light, and I thought, oh, I will do this as well.
Nice.
So I took this too.
Cool. So was that fun? Did you look at things in a different way, or was it just here's some photos?
It was looking out for things that, because it's a route that I tend to walk as well, and it did make you sort of stop and go, oh, that would look nice, and the light looks good there, and things you wouldn't necessarily, you'd just be walking. So it did make you look around a bit more.
Correct answer. Day 2. I want you to have fun with pens and pencils. So to start with, send one of the pictures you took to each of your colleagues. They can then choose to draw one or multiple of the ones that have been sent to them. So step 1 is to look at the photo whilst drawing it, but you don't look at what you're drawing. So you'll look there, draw here. And you do that just quickly until you've finished, but don't look. No cheating. And then the second challenge is set a timer on your phone for 30 seconds and draw the photo as quickly as you can. And you can use a mix or just one colour if you want. And then the third challenge is to count to 5, and every 5 seconds change pen or pencil. So you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next colour, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and keep doing that for 30 seconds.
Day 2.
Jess also sent me through the image that I've got to draw, and I forwarded mine on as well, so good luck. I think that's gone to Anna. But Jess sent me this lovely chap climbing down a metal rope. So, yeah, this is looking at the photo, but don't look down. It's got a very odd rear end there. Not a skill of mine, clearly, drawing that.
So I'm just about to do day 2 of the art challenge. Okay, so that was the timer, and this is what I have. That was so hard, the final one, but it's been really fun to do.
Okay, so we're going to do the first challenge, which is to look at the photo which I've been sent by the lovely Robyn, which is a red garage with a brick wall and some green stuff around it. So I've now got to try and draw that without looking, so I'm going to give that a whirl. So here we go. I keep thinking I'm going to do this against the time, but I haven't. I've completely lost my space. That's good. Oh dear, I can already tell it's not going well. All right, I'm going to do that. Let's see what we've created. Oh my gosh. so much better in my head. Task 2 is got to draw it in 30 seconds, but I am allowed to look this time. So I'm going to time 30 seconds and be told when 30 seconds is up. And I'm going to be able to look, so I'm going to get starting now. It feels a bit like Pictionary when you're trying to draw something for someone, but you know you're kind of against the clock. Part of you wants to draw it really well, but part of you knows.
Okay, stop.
Yeah, and you got 30
Stop.
seconds. Not sure it got any better, but there's the one that I actually looked at, so that's interesting. Okay, next we get to be able to put some colour in. So I've got 30 seconds to draw it and keep changing pens. I think I'm going to take the tops off the pens. Oh, I'm supposed to do every 5 seconds. I'm supposed to swap. Oh, roughly there or thereabouts.
Okay, stop.
Okay, it was roughly every 5 seconds or there or thereabouts.
That was stressful for me. There we go.
Wow, again, in my mind, it was going to go so much better than that. 30 seconds is not a long time. But I did my best. Got my drawing cards on. It was a really tricky picture to draw. But there we go, job done. Day one.
Okay, so then the next challenge was to use pens and pencils. So the whole idea is to try and get you to use lots of different mediums to try and find one that you really enjoy. And I feel like you haven't chosen one that you enjoy. But let's see what you did.
All mine are together, so. But yeah, that's challenge 1.
That's cool.
The black one.
I haven't got the copy of the original photos.
You did together. I like it.
I can't tell. I was trying to work out what it is.
That's what I had from Jess.
That's cool.
And this is without looking.
That's good. That's really good. I like the definition of the buttocks.
There was a lot of focus there for some reason.
That's right,
and in this hand, I don't quite know what that is either. But
It's like a jelly bean.
Or one of those aliens you got in the eggs.
Yeah, the like stretchy one.
she's got a lovely bum. I think that's, yeah.
That's impressive.
I think that's pretty good though, because you can see
Yeah.
the outline.
Definitely.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be good. It's meant to be a mess.
Oh, good. So this is a lovely, beautiful ceiling in Whitley Court.
It's in the church. It was
I see it now.
It was like proper like oil paintings and gold.
Yeah.
It was like,
Wow.
I realise 30 seconds is
I know
not very
exactly
long.
what
Is
silly
it?
doing, Robyn.
No.
Very little you can do.
Yeah, you see,
Exactly.
Hannah knows. She's been
This
there.
is cool. What's
Is
this
it?
one?
Wow.
Oh,
Very
this
abstract.
is the Simon sent me one of his gardens, kind of like a face called
Stone face.
stone
isn't it?
face. So I was laughing at myself because if it's like reading who you are, so perhaps it reveals some kind of my complexes, etc. It was. You could see some features are bigger than others.
Casa.
Yeah.
That's what I had from Robyn to do. And that was my attempt.
Wow.
Absolutely laugh out loud though. Literally, I'm doing it and in my mind I'm like, this is quite good. And you look down and go, that is nothing like what I imagined that was going to look like. It was just brilliant. And then it just got worse as we were doing looking at it, I'm like, that's worse, actually. and then it went with colour, and then I'm like, oh, this is just...
That looks like an industrial factory.
Yeah,
You
I
wouldn't
like
know
that.
that was.
No. So yeah, but that one absolutely made me laugh out loud. I was
yeah,
hilarious.
so mine was like a glass vase and it had like little glass circles.
Is that what you were talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried to draw it, but I found it really difficult not to look. That was my one thing. I was like,
I'm not tutored during the whole exercise, that's what you said.
so yeah, that was.
It is really hard though, because you naturally just
You go to...
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was doing it without even realising it. And then when I was like, no, some great footage. For me, like
When I first did it on camera, I had to edit out a lot of swears because I kept looking at it and then being like, no. But I think that's the fun of it.
Well,
That's
it was
the fun.
very enjoyable.
And then there was also to set a timer for 30 seconds and to do keep switching every 5 seconds to a different colour.
The colour one was so difficult to do. I didn't realise how quick 5 seconds was.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to like, by the time you've like got the pen lid off, it's like 3 seconds
It's another
left.
one done. Yeah.
And it's like, oh my
So you were
god,
like-
I'm on to the next one. And I was like, I'll be really organised and get out like a set of colours ready. And then it just went to pot really quickly.
I really like that though, because it's like,
Yeah.
you can tell it's the same thing, but it's
Yes.
like there's a proper progression.
Yeah.
I think that's really interesting. And to me, it looks like a door and like looking through a corridor or something.
And I like Amy put all 3 stages and one paper sheet,
Yeah.
so you
That's
could
a good
see.
idea.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Like she did at the moment, so
You
you
just
could see
made
the
art.
progress. Yeah.
What can I say? Nailed it.
I need to
Show
take a
me some
picture
of them.
for myself.
That was my colourful one.
That looks like
A ceiling in Whitley Court.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say like under microscopes, like
Yeah.
bugs. What are they called?
Cells and things.
Yes.
And then that was my actual looking at it, which is not much better.
I like it.
Really, yeah, it's quite intricate. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to work.
So 30 seconds. It was
So yeah, to be
Yeah.
fair, 30 seconds you're not going to get much detail in there.
I cannot find my 30 seconds. Oh yes, no. This was my step 2, and step 2 was as
That was
quick
the 30
as,
seconds.
so this is the 30 seconds.
Nice. Again, I like it.
It's quite, I would say, like this, when you, like ancient, you know, the scientists cave some kind of pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, yeah, the faces they usually made it in the scale.
Good.
Right, so there's my 30 second. I think it was more I just I just kept the pencil and just kept going and didn't take it off. But again, lovely posterior and a sort of arm doing a little pose there. And there's the colour changing one I did with pencils.
I like that.
So a bit of colour, but yeah, that was even worse. It wasn't
That's a
my
good
medium.
one, I like it.
It wasn't my medium, but
impressed.
Cool. Okay, so day 3 is paints, and I want you to paint your feelings. So this isn't necessarily about making it look good on the page. This is about getting you to connect with how you're feeling. So you can do it in silence if you want, or pick a song that goes with your mood. I quite like a bit of Skunk and Nancy if I'm angry, but you might like something else. So stick that on. Get emotional, get your paints out, get your paper, and I want you to flick paint, I want you to scribble, I want you to make a mess and get that emotion onto the paper. I mean, you might be feeling floaty and lovely, in which case you might have soft brush strokes, but either way, just get it on the paper.
Day 3.
So I've done the painting your feelings challenge. I rather enjoyed this. I didn't enjoy the drawing. I always feel like things have got to be precise and perfect when it comes to drawing and painting, and actually it stresses me out more than anything. But the painting, quite nice, and I kind of realised nobody's going to see it, or well, everyone watching this will, and the team, but if you were doing it in your own time, privately, if you didn't want to share it, you didn't have to, and it was lovely actually just to sit down, take some time out. It's not a great piece of art, but actually I quite enjoyed doing it.
I've just been doing some of the art challenge. Yeah. I'm sorry, Simon. I'm sorry. So it is just a big old, let's see if I can get it. Because that, I think, sums up how I'm sort of feeling at the moment. Just a bit of a mess. Just a bit of a, yeah. But it was good. It was nice to get it out there, and to, once I got stippling with the, the sponge and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Right, I'm off to sleep.
How are you feeling on day 3?
Oh my God. I love her.
You weren't happy that day, were you?
Okay. No.
Did you play some music in the background?
No.
Pure rage,
Some
that
heavy
is.
metal. Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter was ill and we had to go to A&E and I'd been awake for 37 hours.
Oh, God.
And A&E was packed and we had to wait for so long and we'd waited 3 hours for an ambulance and it was just, I was angry.
That
Yeah,
is
so
quite
actually-
low, isn't it?
Okay, yeah. There's some green in there too. I don't know why I thought I'd put some green in to try and make it a bit brighter. But, yeah, so it started off.
Maybe that was jealousy of the other people that were being seen first.
Maybe. So I sort of dotted it. I quite enjoyed doing the sponging, and then I went around with some paintbrushes, making it all.
And
then
did
it
you
just
feel
turned out
better
like this.
afterwards?
I did actually. Yeah. So it was good, yeah.
Mm.
I like it. I feel like you've captured exactly what you'd been through.
Yes. So perhaps it was like maybe coincidence, this challenge. Of
Yeah.
course, not really
No, it was
hard
good to be able
experience
to
for you,
express,
but when you were able to release that emotions.
Yes, so that is my
Oh.
my feelings.
I'm never going to annoy you.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Who wants to go now?
Well, this one's mine.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
Did you listen to music?
No, I sat outside and did it. Mainly because my mum doesn't let me paint inside because of the paint. But yeah, no, I just picked colours I liked and just...
And how are you feeling?
I think this pretty much sums out how my mind works, really. It's just a lot of bright colours with a little bit of anxiety and depression thrown in.
And also I feel like there is some rebellion in there, being like,
Yeah.
haha, mum.
Yeah.
Do what I want out here. I like it. I do really like that. I can imagine that framed on the wall.
The composition, really nice.
Yeah.
I really like the colours, how they contrast together, but also match.
Yeah. And it makes me want to get to know you. I feel like our brains might be similar. Squiggles and splodges.
You didn't say that about yours.
I'm going to avoid you.
So I went. Is that way? I went
that's
for that,
pretty.
and I really enjoyed it. And I didn't think I would. And
really?
I started off with red, and then I just quite got into it and quite enjoyed it. And
Calms down.
yeah, so the drawing, too stressful, not so much. Thoroughly enjoyed myself doing that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
That was mine.
You're colourful. Were you listening to something 80s?
It was a little, wasn't it? That's exactly where I thrive. But yeah, and it was the morning. I hadn't had a very good morning. I was quite stressy at work, and by the time I actually sat down and did this, I'm like, this is going to be horrendous. But actually, it wasn't. And I put music on, and actually just got into the flow of it. And then suddenly, it got brighter, and I actually was in a much better mood after I'd finished it.
Oh,
so
cool.
yeah, it really helped.
See, art helps.
Definitely, definitely. So yeah, I quite enjoyed doing that too.
That's pretty.
She doesn't want to frame mine.
I actually want to see it on a wall.
Oh, there you go. Feel
Whole
better.
wall.
So good.
Are the squares like resembling galaxies? Because I know, Jess, you are into the space and the sort of...
I was
so
thinking,
perhaps-
I was seeing, stars and...
Yeah.
I often find if I doodle, and I doodle a lot, it's always swirls. And I'll do swirl after swirl after
So
swirl,
it's
and
like
then I'll
your
link the
pattern,
swirls, and then... So yeah, there's probably something about that, isn't there, about doodles and stuff. But yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
I want to know now.
Yeah, me too.
Google it.
Might look it up. It's scary.
No, I like it as well. It's not like airy. I don't know, just like airy and space, you can see in it.
Just need a little TARDIS.
Yeah,
Just like around.
And the Milky Way is going.
That's it.
Yeah.
Jobs are good.
It's me, yes. So this is mine.
This is the secret artist of the crew, isn't it?
Right.
Is it? I listened to the music, you could see.
That's nice.
There's a load of movement. It looks like it's moving. It looks really
Is it?
good. Yeah.
It's almost like you can
Really
tell that there was music playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was inspired your idea of Skankanansi. I used to listen a lot of Skankanansi, like when I was a bit younger, and actually I stopped listening for a good while, so I don't know what I'm doing now. Perhaps it's something, but also it brought me idea. I didn't listen to Skankanansi in this piece, but I listened to the music.
Yeah, that's really nice. I love the colours you've used. It's really pretty.
So yes, a bit of doesn't
White
matter.
was the
Doesn't
wrong
matter.
colour to wear.
Yeah, no anger. I think it was like I felt quite calm that time, but also.
So did any of you go into it being like, I don't want to do this?
A little bit.
And then did you feel afterwards? Did you feel like you'd had some time to just be yourself and calm?
And I think if it had been a different day, I would have had a bit more of an open mind and I would have thought about what I was doing a bit more. But it was such a...
But I feel like that's kind of the point, is that it's not necessarily about drawing something beautiful or, something, an object, or it's about literally portraying a mood onto the page to get rid of that anger. And I feel like that's exactly what you've done.
Help.
You've gone onto the paper, get it out of your head, and then you can
and then sleep.
Feel lighter. Exactly. Yes.
I think the nice thing is because the drawing, I kept thinking it's got to be perfect. It's got to be perfect. And then the painting, I sort of realised, okay, I've got to show it to everyone here. But if you did it in your own time, nobody has to see that. And that was 45 minutes of just focus on that, and that was really nice.
Yeah, and then it stops your brain
and it
thinking.
stops your brain running, and then if you just want to scrabble it up in the bin, nobody has to see it. You've done your time, and that was that's
cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yes, we've got a new painter in there. Cool. I'm so glad. So yesterday we got emotional. Today on day 4 we're going to get silly. So I want you to take a selfie, pulling a stupid face. Preferably. Accessories are encouraged. You're going to take this photo of yourself and you're going to send it to your colleague. They are then going to try and recreate you in paper. So we're going to play with papers, glue and scissors. So cut out shapes and make a collage of your colleague pulling a stupid face.
Day 4.
I have received a lovely selfie from Jess. Beautiful colours, amazing makeup, great idea. So now my task is to recreate it on the paper. Oh gosh. Right, wherever it says about me, it's actually a mess. I was struggling. I couldn't find my glue, so I tried to replace it with some nail polish. It didn't work. I finally managed to find the glue. It took me more time than I thought. Just I hope you won't hate me for this. All right, challenge completed.
Cool.
So yeah, you had your little terrarium in your hand. So I tried to get something that was a bit like glassy. And then I just focused on the colours more than anything else and tried to do that side of things.
I like it.
So yes, that is you, obviously.
So it's image.
I love it.
In a mirror. But I can't do hands, so it's just sort of floating.
Hands are really difficult. Really difficult. No, I like it, and I like the fact that you've mixed different textures. And it's good. Did you enjoy sticking, or did it annoy you?
Yeah, no, I do. I like that sort of stuff.
I like cutting and sticking.
Yeah.
I feel like a kid, and it makes me happy.
So me next. I had Robyn, and I used the photos that I took, and this is what came up.
That's so cool.
I had so much fun doing this. It's unreal.
I think it's great.
That's awesome.
Wow.
I think I've absolutely nailed it.
You have, yeah.
You really have.
Yes, you do.
Wow.
I like it. I like that you've
So
used.
I like
creative.
flowers.
Yeah.
This is perfectly positioned. Put in a silly face. Show you out.
We'll put it out on the Winn social media as well.
Before and after.
We should a gallery at the kiln.
Yeah, you better send me photos of all of these so I can.
You've got videos of us doing them as well. There's a whole tree. It's a treat. Brilliant.
Oh dear, right. So I had this lovely picture of Anna.
I went easy way, just to use some filters.
lovely bone structure, lovely glasses, and oh, she's upside down. It doesn't make much difference. And this is what I created.
I love that. That's great. That's so good.
I would say like more John Lennon.
A bit of glasses, a bit of John Lennon. Yeah, I had a spare chicken, so I just shoved the chicken in for good measure. Lovely necklace, pearl necklace there, and nice. You haven't got red hair either, but you have now.
No,
But she's wearing a flowery thing with red flowers.
She
It's
wasn't
like
in
you
the
knew.
picture, but yeah.
wow.
You
That's
knew what she'd be
nothing what
wearing.
you was. You build this tension because he wrote me, Anna, apologetic. It was very apologetic. And you will look like yes and this and that.
Somebody did describe it as a thing of nightmares.
I'm just surprised how much the stone statue looks like you. Why have you got a stone statue in your garden?
Chicken nails it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the spare chicken.
Chicken, yeah, why not?
That's fantastic. Shall I show you what I did? So this is what Amy sent me.
I've recently just bought a Chef Percy, so I had to get him in.
Chef Percy pig. Yeah. So no, not tricky at all. No. So this is what came up with, and it's been the highlight of our household. And freaks us all out quite a lot on a regular basis.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
So there we go. So it's a lot of the photos that we took went into it.
The eyes and the nose are...
It's actually Buddha's face. Sorry.
I really like it.
Yeah.
good.
That's really good.
So there we go.
Wow,
I'd
Jess.
actually like to give you that. Just
Now that needs
put on
to
your wall.
be framed.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
you know, don't say I don't give you gifts. So, happy birthday.
Oh, so I have a... I don't know how I just now with all this great work. Jess picture. It's really nice.
Oh, cool.
I was lucky enough to have my makeup and my hair done by my daughter, especially.
Wow.
It's good, isn't it? I really like it. So I tried to do... It's not small.
fab.
It is. So I did like a little
Oh,
postcard. I don't know. Not
Very
proportional, but
clever.
yeah.
That's great.
It's
But
very
you can-
anime, Japanese.
Yeah.
You can put
style.
it. Hopefully, this will be. Yeah, it should be. And
You should
yeah,
make them.
your wishes.
We
So
can't
I
do a
love
new
the hair
career.
because it moves as well. So
I want a portrait card of myself.
Yeah, and you can have 3D. And it was really funny because I couldn't find my glue, so I tried to do with nail polish to stick. It didn't work after a while. Everything was this. And finally, my husband found me old glue, but it seems to be doing the work.
that's really
So
good.
if you would like, Jess,
Do
I
you know
can
what? I'm
give it.
loving
Or
this.
if you don't, I'm not taking offence.
That is beautiful. That's going on the desk.
It
Thank
plays
you.
a little bit, missing part.
Wow.
Talent.
That's good. I feel like you've all done really well with paper. You've done this before, haven't you? You've done lots of cutting and sticking. Your childhoods have
coming back
taught
to
you,
us.
yeah. Okay, so day 5, we're going to bring it all back together and use a bit of everything that you've done all week. So I want you to, first of all, get your paper and your pencil and do an emotional scribble drawing. So we're going to get that emotion from day 4 up and swiggle it out. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Okay, you've done that. Next step, pass it along to a different colleague. Now, your job now is to make your angry squiggle into something beautiful using all the things you've learned during the week. So you can use paint, pens, pencils, cut paper out, but follow the lines. There's an example on the slide. And it could become anything. It could be something, or it could be just a pretty colourful mess. But we're going to turn those negative emotions into positive emotions. So have fun.
Day 5. Right, so I'm just doing some prep work for day 5. So I've got to draw an emotional squiggle. First time ever. So I'm going to put my pad on the bed. And I'm going to squiggle and I will show you the results. Okay, so let's go.
so I've been doing the creative challenge all week. I reached day 5 and it was an angry scribble from Simon that's had to use the skills that we've learnt in the week to convert into something more positive. So this was the angry squiggle from Simon. It is literally a very, very big squiggle. That was interesting to try and decide what to do with it. So what I did decide to do with it was turn it around and turn it into a rocket, and hopefully all those feelings of anger, that angry squiggle, can fly away and disappear as well. And I say use some of the collaging techniques that we were doing in the week, use some of the photography that we took as well. And yeah, had a bit of fun with that. I think with the whole thing of the week, the bit that's really stuck out is I've laughed out loud, full on laughed out loud at some of the stuff we've been doing, and that's been really cathartic and amazing, and again with sort of a feel-good experience. And I also really enjoyed Sunday afternoons where you're just really getting creative and having a go at doing something that I wouldn't normally do because I'm being instructed on something to do. So I found that was really good because I wouldn't necessarily just start drawing and painting. And then what I found was actually I was in a really good mindset for Monday morning. So I might actually start, doing a lot more of that. Is actually doing something on a Sunday evening, knowing that actually it does really kickstart for a good week.
Who did the squiggle and who passed it on? And
Shall I show you the squiggle I received?
okay,
Angry squiggle from Simon. Was obviously really easy to.
Sorry.
It was a lot to work with. Basically, just a page of very.
and how did you feel when you were squiggling the squiggle?
It started off really just like that, and I just thought, really went for it. And that's, yeah. So I'm awfully sorry. Because when I got mine, I realised how difficult it was going to be for you.
And then, my paper's flattened a little bit. So what I did was I turned it into a rocket.
Oh, cool!
And I thought all your anger and emotions could
Yeah.
shoot away into space. There is a space theme. I see that now. So yeah, and we just these sort of should be a bit more 3D. But there we are.
That's really
That's really good.
That's how it ended up.
Oh,
There you go, all your emotions.
Thank
rocket.
you.
There you
I
go, fly
love
away.
that. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
My own private collection of
I'm going to be
artwork
making
now.
all your presents in future.
We are done for Christmas.
Right, so I had a squiggle from Jess.
You did. This is this
which
one.
is that right here.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I made it into a day and night scene.
Oh, wow.
I feel like I've done this one wrong.
That's amazing.
So yeah,
That's beautiful.
that's my day and night scene.
Textures are really good.
That's really nice.
Oh,
What did you? Is that all paint or is that a mix?
These are pastels. So I did the moon and the sun using pastels, and then the rest is acrylic paint.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, that's good.
I'm sure
yeah.
Jessie would like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Wow. Okay. That was my scribble. So I had this from Robyn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of emotion in
My
there.
daughter helped a little bit. But you can't be drawing with her in the room and she won't join in. So she did help a little.
Yeah. So like the painting, I just quite enjoyed putting a bit of colour in.
Oh,
and
nice.
just- yeah.
That's cool.
Quite enjoyed
very
myself.
good.
Cubist, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Cubist, and also, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit stained
Fonts
glassy. Yeah.
and-
Again, just quite enjoyed the sort of time just
That's what I
Colouring in.
doing that. Yeah, it's nowhere near that.
No.
Which is fantastic.
I did the same. I didn't go down the full route. But so Anna sent me her squiggle, and I just used some of the colours that I'd really liked and tried to sort of do some
That's nice,
smudging.
though.
And this was the
That's
squiggle.
turned it
Just
into.
so it
You've
is
made it
fun.
like a landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just tried to. I think I could have taken some space themes with the
does, there's
circles,
little
but
swirls
I
and
could have
stuff.
gone with that. But it was more just trying to do the techniques. I quite enjoyed doing the splodging and did some different shading things.
What did you use? The green paint.
The green paint, yeah, it's just a poster painting type thing with some sponges.
I like the texture that's made.
Yeah, it's nice. And then it's got a little bit wet. But
That adds to it almost.
yes, I tried. That was.
I think it
purely
looks like a
intentional.
landscape, like you've done like a field, and
Yeah, it was.
because it's got
It's got
wet,
this
it's like
little
that,
bits.
trees. It's nice.
It was just nice to, like you say, just play a little bit.
Yeah. Cool.
I like your combination colours. You use red, and maybe it was just reflecting your emotions that red is quite green. I match green with you, but red, it's like
Yeah, I don't normally do
surprising
red,
for me.
But yeah, it was that day.
What a win.
Unfortunately, I couldn't print Amy's squiggle, so if you have Amy's,
I've already got it, Anna.
perfect, thank
Let
you.
me see if I can find it.
My printer just,
There's
so I
my
have to.
squiggle.
That's a good one.
Good squiggle.
I am afraid I spoiled it a bit, rather than making it more beautiful. It's against little.
I think it looks like mountains.
So it's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
No, I like it. I like you. You've got really nice brushmanship. You know, your brush strokes are really lovely.
Oh, thank you. So it's supposed to resemble forest in Poland in winter. So these are Christmas
I see
trees
that.
with snow, and this should be Christmas star. I don't know if you can see it coming.
I like it.
The dark sky.
I see a set of cards coming from all your work there. Anna.
Little
Yeah.
cards.
I think you need to start painting. You have to carry on with collage. I like your mixed media. You have to carry on painting because you enjoyed it. And I feel like you
Stay
maybe
away
just,
from the
but it's a good hobby with your daughter.
Keep using it for that anger release.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
like I
Yours
should have
is
done
definitely, you need
the
it to
throwing
get your
ones.
emotions out.
I feel like that's what I should have been
Yeah.
doing. Is
You need big canvases in the
Yeah.
garden where you can just chop paint
Yeah.
at it with an angle.
definitely.
I like it. Good. And do you feel like you preferred one medium over another, or would you carry on?
Yeah, I quite like doing the mix where you can just sort of pick something up and just go with it and see what you create. That's what I liked about
Yeah.
it. Just,
And you can tell in your
yeah.
the way you kind of combined them at the end there. It's really good.
I liked the idea of taking the photos and then using those photos to create something else. I thought it was a really clever idea. Not sure how it interpreted, but I like the idea.
I like what you've done. I
But
think it's good.
I should say about the whole process though, absolutely laughed and laughed and laughed at myself
Yes, yeah.
and at the process, you know, and that felt so good in itself because you don't really laugh at that. Literally, it was
No.
just
It was
Yeah.
like permission to be silly.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I saw the video, but when I did it on the Sunday afternoon and did one, can't remember the last collage, the Rocket, I think, or Ames as well. And I woke up the next morning, and Monday mornings everyone feels like it's Monday morning, you know. But actually, I was like, it's Monday morning. I'm good. This is good. And without even knowing, I'd got into a better mindset the next day, and that was just from doing something quite creative the evening before. So I definitely will be looking to do more of that.
Yes.
So yeah, I felt it was really good.
I think that's kind of what I wanted to get across to you all, is that just taking that little bit of time for yourself, and being silly, or if you whether it turns out well and you're happy with it, or whether it's awful, you've expressed yourself and you've had that time for yourself, and you've switched your brain off from your work life and your errands and your children and all these other stressful things in your life, and you've just given yourself that little bit of time that then has helped you sleep better or made you smile a bit more, and that's what I want to kind of share with everybody. So I'm really glad that some of you felt that, and I hope you carry it on because there's some real talent here. I like it.
Not looking at us.
That's fine.
Yeah. I think it was also, we work with a lot of innovators, startup businesses as well, and I think it's putting your ideas on paper and then having the nerve to share it. And it's exactly the same, because we have people coming to us going, I've had this idea and it's a bit crazy and a bit weird, and they've got to let that go, and that's quite a big thing.
Heart on the sleeve, literally, isn't
absolutely.
it?
And it's the same with this, is putting yourself out there. Yeah. So that's been a nice sort of step back and have a look at that. That's
like
interesting,
showing a part of yourself you wouldn't necessarily normally, especially because you've been at home doing it on your own. I think maybe it would have been different if we had done it like all together, but I guess you put more emotion in it when you're at home alone.
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you.
To do it. We've absolutely enjoyed it and loved it. It was one of we've up to now on some of the ones we've done. We've shared a lot of the activity, so we purposely kept this a surprise for each of us, and I think we found that thoroughly enjoyable as well. And now the banter will start.
Yes. And I want these have to go all around the office because I feel like they'll make you laugh on a moment you're shouting at each other or something. You can just see that in the back.
Telling the stories behind it actually to the other team members. What I really like, it's actually also today's session. So I have opportunity to meet you and talk about, because you see, always I really enjoy our session after seeing the briefing made by our colleagues, and then going through the challenge and then just discuss it and compare what we've done. So
I'm really interested to see your other videos too, like watch you do other things. It sounds really fun. You're getting quite a good opportunity.
You can check out that's coming up.
Yeah, exactly. I will. I'll be watching them, listening to them.
Amazing. But thank you so much again for the experience.
Thank you.
Really brilliant.
We have had an awesome time as a team, being creative and learning new skills.
it was a remarkable experience, boosting our creativity and revealing our emotions.
So if you're looking at maybe doing some team building, bringing more creativity into your business, check out artistsclubhouse.com.
So now that you've listened to the podcasts, we want you to get involved. Head over to the innovation platform where you can find out all the behind the scenes of the podcast episodes, as well as all the other episodes. I know. You can get involved in all the challenges, and don't forget to let us know how you got on. I want to see who can beat Anna's a Rubik's Cube time. And finally, you can also get involved and see all the amazing businesses that we feature within these podcasts. So what are you waiting for? Stop listening to me. Get on the innovation platform. Address below. Okay, so I'm just going to cut in. This is future Amy. Realising this is a podcast and you guys can't actually see the web address for the platform. So that's my bad. Sorry, guys. So to find all your podcast extras, behind the scenes, areas where you guys can also be involved in our podcast journey, head over to win-hub.wazuku.com. That's win-hub.wazuku, which is spelled WAZOKU.com. Look forward to seeing you all there, trying out the podcast challenges.
This production has been brought to you by DT Studios Visual Marketing. Directed by Terry Livesey, producers Jess Antley, Terry Livesey, Douglas Anderson. Presenters Jess Antley, Amy Bromwich, Simon DeGarris, Anna Makowska-Vines, Robyn Rooney. Supported by the European Region Development Fund, HM Government, Midland Engine.